Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everybody to our powerful spirit messages collective card reading today, where I will be drawing from various card decks to get a collective message for whoever is here listening to my live today or on the replay. And we will close the session with a Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. So welcome, Almaz. Welcome back, and Wendy as well. Glad to have you all join me today, as always. How has everybody's day been? Give an emoji in the chat of your current mood or what's alive for you right now. Give one word. For me, I'm feeling like pressure because I was just working very hard, and now I'm switching gears to come into this space, so I'm feeling like, whew, yeah, I've been rushing and doing many things. So glad that we can land here together. So grateful for Insight Timer. If there's anybody new to Insight Timer or new to me, please feel free to say hello, where you're joining from, if you would like. And I'll go ahead and offer my card here where you can follow me on Insight Timer if you wish. It helps me to grow and reach more people, the more people that follow me. So I appreciate that. I've got many live streams scheduled for this month that I'm excited about. And last time we had a wonderful and powerful live stream on the inner child that many people found very insightful and profound. So we're going to be diving deeper into those sorts of topics in the future. My next live stream will be Sunday morning in the Western Hemisphere, and I'm excited about this one as well, called Healing Anxious Attachments in Relationships. So this is going to be in a few days. I'm going to do some card pull along with this one, looking at how anxious attachment affects us. So please join in for that. Attend the event, RSVP, bring a friend if you would like. Welcome, Huma or Huma. Not sure how to say that. Welcome, Mitch. Yes, so our collective reading today is going to be for the energies that are here currently that affect the collective. As I said, either if you're hearing this right now on Insight Timer, if you're catching the replay, same thing, it all works. If you have to leave, whatever, you can watch the replay later, the messages will still apply. And I'm Natalie, spiritual life coach and Reiki master teacher and intuitive. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and jump in and see where spirit takes us. So I start with, always, and I already drew this card earlier with my Michael Singer card deck. So I'm sure many of you know this book cover. This is the book Untethered Soul, Michael Singer's most famous book. Here I have the actual book cover here. When I went to visit Michael Singer a year and a half ago, he had these postcards of his book. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to bring these so I can have them in my live stream. He also has this wonderful memoir, The Surrender Experiment, Living Untethered. He has a new book coming out right now that I don't know what it is, but I have heard. Welcome, Ellen from New Hampshire. Jacqueline, welcome. So I love to bring Michael Singer's voice into the room through his cards. And so today it's a very simple quote. So I just invite you to allow this in. And it says, beyond is infinite in all directions. Beyond is infinite in all directions. And so one of, Michael Singer has some core themes that he always repeats, just like all spiritual teachers do. And one of his is, that like orienting ourselves to what's actually really happening in reality at this moment. And the reality is that we are spinning on a speck of dust, in the middle of nowhere, and that the universe is happening all around us right now as we speak. There's the rings of Saturn, there's stars being born, stars dying, black holes, universes forming, galaxies colliding. And we can bring that down to, here in this little speck of dust. And, right now on our planet, there's people being born and dying every second. There's, flowers blooming and clouds passing across the sky, wind blowing through the leaves of trees and forests. So this is all reality. This is all what's happening. And, the quote problem comes is when we get lost. We get lost up here in this beautiful, wonderful mind that Michael Singer, he likens it to a computer. And the problem is that we have perverted the use of this computer and relied on it to do things and asked of it things in which that, it's better that the mind does not handle. We give our mind all of our problems to solve. And I'm sure if you think about it, you can see that the results of that are mixed at best, because we have a reality that's happening around us right now. Wherever your feet are planted, whatever is happening within your field of vision, that's actually reality right now. Anything outside of that is a thought about reality, and that's where we get into trouble. So, hi Donna, hi Trish. So bring it back to beyond is infinite in all directions. When we get identified with our problems, we get identified with our thoughts and the stories, and we get lost. It can be very grounding to remember the truth of reality with a capital R. So Michael Singer, when he worked, he's retired now, he was on the board of WebMD, which in the US is, everybody knows it. It's the site you go to when you have a symptom and you don't know what's wrong with your body. And so what I love about Michael Singer is he was in the corporate world. He did not live in a cave in the Himalayas. He was very much in corporate America, and yet he was very much committed to his spiritual practice and lifestyle, to where he did not compromise that in the name of just, living the corporate life. So he tells stories of how he might be meeting with, these multi-million-dollar investor companies and having these huge high-powered meetings with people, or having to take phone calls with heads of huge pharmaceutical corporations or whatever, and things that, quote, normal people would be nervous about or have energy about or want to impress or whatever. And he would say, before he would pick up the phone or walk into the meeting, if he talked about like having a phone call, before he picked up, he would look up, he would orient to the fact, I'm spinning on the planet in the middle of nowhere. If he was about to go into a meeting, he'd put his hand on the doorknob. Before he turned it, he would remember that I am, spinning around. This present moment took 13.8 billion years to get here. That's one of his sayings. So everything, that you're experiencing, we are still the Big Bang, banging. We are the result. We are still the ripple effect of that. So, we're just jumping right in deep. It helps with perspective. All of this is designed to lessen our such close attachment that we have to our beautiful little lives and our beautiful little human selves and our beautiful humanity. So it's not about like gaslighting ourselves or making ourselves wrong for, having worries and concerns and being human, but just this can help. Where are my feet? Let me remember always. Okay, my feet are right here. Where am I? One mindful breath. Remember, beyond is infinite in all directions. Wow. Then I can ground back into this moment. The only moment that exists is right here and now. Anything outside this moment is a thought about the thing. So that's why practices like mindfulness, like Thich Nhat Hanh, very much lived mindfully and taught it so beautifully. And mindfulness means being where we are with loving awareness and loving compassion. So I'm going to draw next from Work Your Light. Let's see what this deck has to say. I do also one-on-one personal readings with cards. That's a service I offer. If you want to reach out and send a private message about that, you can. I also offer my signature Reiki and Ancestral Clearing session as, again, a private service. You will get a taste of that at the end. So this card is, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. So this shows this figure on a path, and they've already gone through, this part of the path, and they're moving forward. So if there's something in your life that you're second guessing, that you're doubting, that you're overthinking, that you're procrastinating on, that you're in the what ifs, that you're like in that dynamic of which I was speaking, where you're not where your feet are planted. Like, even this is a great card. It's like, oh, look, orient yourself to where you are on your journey. Look at how far you've come. Great, Trish. Hi, Rochelle. Great to see you. So if you're lost in your mind, if you're overthinking, to keep facing your true north. And I would say with the message that's already coming in, that your true north, being able to tune into that, starts with you grounding into your body and into this present moment and into this reality. Being where your feet are planted. Oh, no worries, Mitch. So this is a collective reading. So if you're here, this is for you. So everything I'm saying is for anybody that's here hearing this message. And you must have just missed me that I said if anybody wants a one-on-one personal reading, I offer that individually as a service that you can reach out and inquire about in private message. So this is the card. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So what is your true north? I want you all just to feel into that for a moment. And that makes me want to sit up and reorient my body. So maybe some of you get to move however you need to, settle in. Where is your inner compass leading you? Whatever the thing is that you're overthinking, what are you overthinking right now? Now we'll get some more information about this with more cards, but you can see that the message is starting to take shape here. And a big part of advice from Spirit is you're not missing the mark, you're not behind. So many of us on our spiritual journey can feel like once you start awakening, you see things you've never seen before, and then once you start seeing all of these things, it can be overwhelming because then you're like, oh my God, I didn't see all this until now. I need to fix all this. I need to do everything. I want to do everything. So for some of you, this is going to be slowing down, trusting the process, orienting yourself to reality, grounding somatically. And what is your true north? Your true north is inside your heart. It's not in your mind. You may have confirmation that comes from thinking, but your true north is here. Our hearts are like a compass, there's like a field. There's a field of energy around the heart. So it can literally attune and sense. And I mean, that statement, follow your heart. Where is your heart leading you? Trish, you're overthinking having a conversation with a friend. I hear that. If you care to share more, feel free. I would be curious, what's the doubt? What's the question? I imagine you're not overthinking asking them to lunch or catching up and seeing how they're doing, that there must be something behind it. So now we're going to look at Sacred Rebels. Let's Such a beautiful day here. For those who don't know, I live in Mexico, in paradise. I live in paradise, and I'm so lucky and blessed every day. Totally, Jacqueline. It's something like that. 6 feet, 8 feet, the field around us. You know, we have an auric field. And actually, we always think that our soul is inside of our body, or our spirit is housed inside of our body, but it's actually the opposite. So if those who haven't heard this before, this is going to blow your mind to consider. That your soul is not inside your body is inside your soul. Because we're multidimensional beings. We have an energetic anatomy. Hi, Alicia. So we've got 2 cards here. Beautiful cards. I love this deck so much. The word wants to be written. The word wants to be written. So for some of you, that might be an actual word, like a book. I just got off a call with a client who is wanting to write a book of poetry, or get their collection of poetry out. And actually another client today is talking about writing a children's book. So for some of you, it will be actual writing. Okay, Trish. Yeah, I get why you're there might be overthinking and discomfort. Yeah. If you want extra support on that, I have other thoughts on it that would be better for a one-on-one conversation, so feel free to reach out if you would like. Trust yourself is the other card. So even Trish, with your specific situation, trusting this impulse. And you don't want to upset your friend. I get it. One of my favorite sayings is, and it might not exactly fit, but it's coming up, so it might be for others of you that have situations on your mind about relational dynamics. Adults can handle disappointment. And you could substitute that. Adults can handle upset. And, you know, there would be a way to have that conversation, Trish, to where, you know, it wouldn't be a personal affront on her as the leader. Yeah. I have a communication model that I share with most of my coaching clients. So I can share that resource, as I said. You can reach out if you feel called. And so for others of you, you know, whatever it is that's wanting to be written, whatever it is you're wanting to create, you know, the word wants to be written could also be looked at expression, because writing is communication, is expression. So it might be a spoken word that wants to be written, like a conversation like Trish is saying. Something wants to be communicated. So you get to trust yourself in whatever this impulse is. Great, Trish. Yeah. And what's beautiful about these cards together, they both have butterflies on them. Down here, up here, and then there's a whole animal kingdom on this card. Isn't it beautiful? So the other thing about these cards together is, in this one, she's closing her eyes and she's very contemplative and looking inward. And there's actually 2 tears running down her face, or like whatever, it looks like to me like makeup stream tears, like she's been crying. So there's something that's wanting to be expressed, that you have felt sad or scared or uncomfortable with holding in. So to me, this is symboling like codependency, where in codependent dynamics, we keep our mouth shut to keep the peace. But when we do that, we suffer. And the damage that it causes you when you hold this in, it does affect you. And it's damaging. So look at the difference in these 2 faces. So go within. You know, even back to this card, following your true north. You're already doing it. It's already happening. Really tuning in to inside of yourself and trusting that. You have the whole universe inside of you. You have the whole universe supporting you. And all of this beautiful animal kingdom energy. So when you trust yourself, and it's also too like looking above, connecting with source or your guides or angels, whatever, or the animal kingdom, that you're not alone. You are not alone. And this is a transformative process, hence the butterflies. We've also got a big cat and a small cat and monkey and ape and sloth or something, and lizards and birds and snakes and geckos and butterflies and dragonflies. This is everything within you. So tune in to this beautiful heart center, to your intuition. And the thing is, if you've silenced yourself for so long, it can be hard to read through the static and the noise to drop into your true north, to drop into that inner guidance. And it's okay, it's just noticing. So we're going to look at light seers, and even before I shuffle, this card at the bottom is for you. Strength. I feel like this trust yourself card has similar energy. And also the other one as well, of like tuning into your inner strength And look, there's even a lion. She's got a half lion face here, and you can see these two cats. Wonderful, Trish. You know, and it's a step-by-step process, and every time that you do the uncomfortable and have the conversation, you stretch yourself, and you never go back to the version that you were before. When we do things out of our comfort zone and we do things to stretch ourselves, just like a rubber band, you stretch it, it never goes exactly back to the same size it was. Even though it might look the same, it's not. It's impossible. Once you stretch it, it's been stretched. And of course, if it's the first time you're stretching it, it's going to be very tight and difficult to stretch that rubber band. And then when it goes back, it might it looks exactly the same. Although if you were to look microscopically at it, the fibers would be stretched. But you stretch it again and you stretch it again, and it will eventually become more pliable and resilient and relaxed. Yeah. Hi, Caro. Whew. There's a card. Magician. So if anyone's joining in, we're doing a collective card reading. So if you're hearing this, it's for you. I'm also a spiritual life coach and Reiki master teacher, and I do offer to the community the gift of what I call my visioning process. So this is a powerful one-on-one coaching conversation that I offer as a gift to the community if you've never had a session with me before. So we will zoom out and look at your life and zoom in on where you're stuck and where you feel like you're in old patterns or habits, or you are tolerating things that you want to overcome. And so we dive deeply into all that and where you can go and what's in the way. So if that resonates with you, feel free to send me a private message here through Insight Timer, or also my website, social media. All of that is in my Insight Timer teacher profile in the link about me. I'm also double live streaming this on YouTube right now, so you can catch all my replays there, and you can watch there if you'd like. So follow that heart's guidance and reach out if you feel to. So we've got Magician and Eight of Wands. So this is a reminder of all what the cards are saying. You are a powerful creator. And Caro, you can reach out through other avenues as well, through my website, through Facebook, Instagram, and you can find that in my profile here. So you don't have to send a message exactly through the app if you're not able to. So don't forget your power. And look, we talked about infinity before. This card, beyond is infinite in all directions. You are connected to infinity. You are infinity. We are infinity in form. I have a delivery. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Infinity and Beyond from Toy Story. I haven't seen that enough to remember that line. But again, this is you connecting to your divinity, to your true nature, remembering the truth of who and what you are. We are infinite beings having an experience where we are forgotten that we're infinite so that we can learn and grow and remember the truth of who we are. Remember, becoming a member again with all that is, with Source. And really remembering that you are God. Everything that is within you, you have all the power to create what you choose. So, all of the messages are tying together here. The word wants to be written. Trust yourself. You're already doing it. Excuse me. And you have everything you need to create your own universe. We're all living in our own little universes. There's 8 billion plus people. There's 8 billion plus different universes. We all have a different perspective. Hi, Riddy. This is a collective reading, so if you're here hearing this, it is for you, so listen up. So we also have the 8 of Wands with this. So when you remember the truth of who you are, when you trust yourself, and remember the connection that we are made of star stuff. All of the elements, like our bodies are made up of carbon and iron and hydrogen and all of that. We were birthed in stars. Like the iron that is in our blood was forged in the center of a star. Like, do you really hear that? Like, the big message today is orienting into the reality. So when you do that, and it's funny too, because we have the 4 elements of tarot here, fire, air, earth, and water, that this magician is conjuring with. Things will happen very quickly. The 8 of Wands is fast-moving energy. You can see whoosh, these 8 wands. They're moving very quickly. So as you remember who you are, as you acknowledge yourself, you're already doing this. As you tune into your desires, what you want to create, the things that you've been stuffing down or pushing away or not communicating, as you trust yourself, you are going to create movement that you haven't created before because you've been in the comfort zone. Yeah, because here at the bottom of the deck, you felt stuck. You felt blinded and stuck and afraid to move forward. This 2 of Swords, it's a decision point. You're stuck in indecision. Like this says, stop overthinking. You're getting stuck in overthinking that's preventing you from taking action. It's okay, it's just a noticing. So now you get to choose differently based on this advice if it resonates with you. So take a breath with me now. If anybody wants these cards, send me a private message. I can send links to them, the descriptions. I can tell you what they are. So you can do that if you would like. I love this one so much. It's so beautiful with all the rainbow colors. So, we are going to go into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing now. So if you want to receive that, as Joe Dispenza always says, take off your watch, take off your glasses. And let's close our eyes together and settle into this beautiful sacred space. And I want you to just feel the universe around you, feel reality around you, orient to what actually is going on. We're spinning on a planet in the middle of nowhere, spinning around an average star in one minuscule segment of an arm of the Milky Way galaxy, which is one of many billions of galaxies. Or maybe there might even be more in this one universe. And how many universes are there? Where are the edges? Where did it begin and where does it end? It's a cosmic mystery. And just as much as we can imagine going larger scale, we can also zoom in. So even zooming into the cells of the body, into the atoms, into the subatomic particles, into the quantum field, in the quantum particles that are unfathomably small. And at that level of existence, the rules of reality are very different. And what we share in common is right now, here in this moment, we can witness and observe everything that I've described. Feeling into the body, noticing. And what is the one that notices? Who is that? You are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are not your mind, you are not your heart. You are the one witnessing it. So tune into that witness consciousness, the seat of awareness. And rest in that seat of consciousness. And this essence never changes. It's always been here from the moment of your birth and beyond birth, beyond death. There is that I am presence. You are the one that is observing all of these things. So rest in that observer. as the Reiki energy is being channeled, as your higher self takes in whatever is best for you. Infinite Creator, for the highest good, please lift out all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, spells, hexes, curses, black magic, white magic, guilt, fear, shame, unworthiness, and limitation of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back in and through us, filling and giving us all complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves, be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. And coming back to the body. Breathing deeply, letting go, letting go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it done. Thank you. Very powerful and deep as always. And Spirit really wants you to hear today of just orienting again and again back to reality with a capital R. It really will help you. If you found this helpful, you can give a donation. There's a card popping up on the screen, or you can always donate easily through the app or other ways if you like. And don't forget to follow me. You can also join my group, Natalie's Healing Circle, here in Insight Timer, as well as following me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, checking out my website. And if you do feel the heart's call to receive the gifted visioning process, the powerful coaching conversation that I've offered, it's a gift to the community if you haven't received a gifted session with me before. It's very powerful and clarifying, and people get great value from it. So follow the heart's call to reach out. As I said, I will be going live on March 15th, Sunday morning in the Western Hemisphere. And we're going to be looking at healing anxious attachment. So this is going to be really powerful because our attachment style, especially many of us in this community being empaths, highly sensitive, have an anxious attachment style. So, and I am that as well, Trish. That's why we're doing it. Everything that I offer and that we do is because I have it and I'm overcoming it, and it's important to me in my work. Hi, Kate. Thank you for the donation. Anxious, avoidant. Yeah, so there's mixed types, fearful, avoidant. Yeah, anyway, we'll be diving into that this weekend, so please join. I also have recently opened an Etsy store with digital workbooks that I've put a ton of effort into that are all about relationship healing, breakups, toxic relationship dynamics. I have an anxious attachment workbook. I have 13 different workbooks up right now. So there's, divorce, codependency, overthinking, narcissism, trauma bonding, breakups, all of that wonderful stuff. So if you want that information, send me a message. And I'm just growing my store, so everything is very, very reasonably priced for what you get. Thank you, Caro. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the donations. Thank you so much. And as I said, I will see you all this weekend. And I have live scheduled twice a week for the remainder of the month. So you can, stay tuned for all my live streams upcoming. Hi, J.E., you're welcome. Trish, so no. The name here, I'll type the name here. It's called Heartbreak Recovery Co. So I may change my store to my own name because it's just easier all around, and I've already done so much. So I'm kind of in a space of evaluating, do I go back and change it to my name because everything is my name, or do I leave it? So anyway, right now that's the name of it. Thank you for asking. So I will see you all shortly. So much loving to all of you. We're all spinning around in this little speck of dust together in this human collective. So, yeah, you're not alone. I will see you all soon. Namaste.